And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Wright City High School in Wright City, Missouri. And we are here today to see your Elsberry High School Lady Indians softball, varsity softball, playing against the varsity softball of Wright City High School Lady Wildcats. Geez, I had to think for a second what they were. The Lady Wildcats. I've known Wright City High School all my life. I don't know why Wildcats didn't come to mind here real quick. But anyway, start off on our pregame show, and let's hear from our pregame sponsor, People's Bank and Trust.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay. Well, like I said, today we're playing a game, Elsberry versus Wright City. Wright City does not have any record this year. They were in a tournament, and from what I understand, they lost both games, but it was some kind of a messed up thing because of rain. So I'm really not sure what all happened there. They were scheduled to have a game last night against St. Clair, but it got rained out. So for our purposes right now, I'll just say that Wright City is 0-0 for the season. Elsberry, however, is 3-1, coming off an impressive victory last night down at Orchard Farm, where these athletes, they defeated the Orchard Farm Lady Eagles 13-1. They started off great, ended up great, and played great in the middle. Kylie Kinsler was very impressive pitching. She had 10 strikeouts, only allowed, I think it was 3 hits that she allowed over the course of the game, and only threw like 75 or 80 pitches, something like that. I mean, she was very impressive with her pitching. And the rest of the team was just as impressive with their offensive play and defensive play. So it was a definite victory over there, but like I've said in every other broadcast, that was last night. Tonight is tonight, and they need to play just as good tonight. And since we don't have any record off of Wright City, then we don't know how they're going to be, but we can assume that they're going to be okay. The all-time record against Wright City for Elsberry is 5 wins for Elsberry and 10 wins for Wright City. Wright City won this game last year. Let's see, what was the score last year? Yeah, on the 5th of September last year, Wright City won this game 11-6. And so, okay, right now, let's go ahead and get the roster in. You never know when they're going to start these games. The game's scheduled to start at 4:30, but sometimes they'll start 10 or 12 minutes early. So, let's go with the home team, Wright City Lady Wildcats. And starting tonight for the Lady Wildcats is number 2, Hannah Kendall. She plays left field. Number 6, Tristan Head. She is the catcher. Number 3, Kylie. Let me make sure I pronounce this right. Kylie Jarmaskiewicz. And she is the right fielder. And number 12, Abby Vossen. She is the shortstop. Batting 5th, number 1, Abby Raines, center field. Number 19, batting 6th, Addison Fast, first base. Batting 7th, number 9, Alexis Donnelly, playing second. Batting 8th, number 17, Anna Russell. She's the designated player. Number 7, Ellie Rodriguez is third base. And the pitcher, who is the flex player tonight, is number 24, Madison Hamlet. That is the starting lineup for the Wright City Lady Wildcats. Now playing for the Elsberry Lady Indians. A little bit of different lineup tonight than what we've seen earlier in the season. Um, Starting off tonight, number 9, Tyra Henderson, right. She's playing in right field tonight. Number 20, Kelsey Flaster, playing in left field. Number 15, Kylie Kinsler, she's playing third base tonight. Number 19, Morgan Jones, she's playing first base. Number 16, Mackenzie Gladney is the catcher. Number 3, Peyton Robinson is the shortstop. Number 14, Abby Jenkins is at second base. Number 11, Addison Steele is your pitcher tonight. Number 17, Neosha Henderson is the designated player. And number 2, Tiny Henderson is the flex player, and she will be in center field. And also, once again, forgot to mention, the Wright City head coach is Fred Rose. I don't have an assistant coach for him, but Fred Rose or Ross. Fred Rose. I was thinking of the musician Fred Rose. Fred Ross is the Wright City head coach, and head coach, of course, for Elsberry is Levi Yatsina, and assisted by Kerry Koch Dowell. And so, as neither team has taken the field yet, let's go ahead and take another commercial here.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Okay, sorry for that dead air right there. They kind of caught me off guard starting the national anthem. So looks like we are about ready to start play. It's going to start about 5 minutes early, it looks like. So, haven't had a chance to talk anything about the players' averages yet this year. But leading off tonight is Tyra Henderson. She is not up there yet. Tyra, playing in 4 games, has 14 plate appearances and is batting .429 at this point in time with 6 hits. 5 of those were singles, and she's got 1 double. She's also got 3 RBIs this year. Leading all hitting for the Lady Indians is Morgan Jones and Kelsey Flaster, each with a .545 average. They've both been in 4 games. And Kylie Kinsler and Peyton Robinson each have a home run. It looks like we're still a couple of minutes away from the start of this game. The head coaches are out at the home plate right now, getting ready to go. So let's go ahead and get another quick commercial in here real quick.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, they are still out at the home plate discussing where they're going to go for supper tonight, I guess, after the game. Don't know what else they'd be talking about. But I noticed they're keeping their social distancing. I wonder how they argue with an umpire instead of getting right up in their face. I mean, do they have to kick dirt from a long ways off under their shoes? Not really sure how that works in these days of social distancing. Fortunately, we don't see that kind of stuff here in high school softball. This is one of those things that they try to be pretty good sports about, at least the games that I've been to. That's one of the good things about these smaller schools. So anyway, looks like we'll be another minute or so as Tyra Henderson gets ready to come up to bat. Yeah, I guess the pitcher for Wright City is going to start warming up, and that is Madison Hamlet, number 24. See what kind of stuff she has. Got some decent velocity. Got a very sunny day here today. This bright sun is behind me, and I just can't hardly see my computer screen at all. I'm just kind of guessing where things are, so whenever I go to, if it takes me a little bit to change the score or the inning or something like that, have a little bit of patience because I can't necessarily see where the cursor is on here. So anyway, here we are with Tyra Henderson up to bat. She steps up, gives a little pre-bat swing, and steps into the batter's box. So here we are, first pitch of the game. Or at least it will be the first pitch of the game. Tyra calls time. She's back in there. First pitch is a call strike. Second pitch is a ball low. I was noticing before the game, they got a soccer game going on down here to the south of me. They were practicing football to the west of me. A bunch of woods to the north of me. Hard hit ball right up the middle into center field, and Tyra Henderson is on with a base hit. So that brings up Kelsey Flaster, one of two Elsberry batters that bats from the left side. So she gets her sign from the coach. There's a foul ball back here onto the third base side, strike one. They get ready for pitch number 2. She knocks that past third base, and Tyra Henderson is, it gets past the left fielder. Tyra Henderson's going to come on home to score. And she is in. And Kelsey Flaster is down on second base. So an RBI single, second batter of the game. That makes the score 1-0. And now we have Kylie Kinsler up to bat. And she gets hit in the foot with the bat. And that loads the bases. So now we have Morgan Jones up to bat with the bases loaded and nobody out. Morgan Jones is the leading hitter, .545 average. Strike one called. Swing and a miss, strike two. Ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Morgan Jones. No outs, bases loaded. Oh, I'm sorry, the bases aren't loaded. I don't know what I was thinking. Runners on. Kylie Kinsler's on first and Kelsey Flaster's on second. Ball just up and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is the first out. Brings up Mackenzie Gladney. Gladney is batting .417 on the year so far. Still runners on first and second. And there's a call, strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count on Mackenzie Gladney. 1 out, 2 runners on, first and second. Fly ball to second base, and she has it for the putout. And that is 2 outs. And here's Peyton Robinson up. And I can't tell you what her batting average is because my iPad just burned up. There's a little blooper. And shortstop picks it up and throws it. And she is out. So 1 run is in. 2 runners left on base. That was a 6-3 putout. And at the end of the half of an inning, we have a score of 1-0 Elsberry over Wright City.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, we are back for the bottom of the first inning. Scores 1-0 Elsberry. And first up, leading off for Wright City is number 2, Hannah Kendall, left fielder. First pitch is a ball. Addison Steele pitching for Elsberry tonight. Kinsler's over on third base. Second pitch hits her. So, Wright City has a leadoff runner on, and that brings up number 6, Tristan Head. She's the catcher. High fly ball into left field. Kelsey Flaster's over there and has it for the putout. And on that catch, Hannah Kendall runs to second. So we have Hannah Kendall on second base, and Kylie Jamarskiewicz is up to bat. Number 3. She is the right fielder. Ball 1. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes on Kylie. Kylie J. Ball hit right to Abby Jenkins, and she steps on second base, and that is a double play.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we are back for the second inning. Impressive double play by Abby Jenkins. This season, Abby Jenkins is earning that nickname, the Flash. She's really stepped it up on that infield. That second base seems to be where she needs to be. That was very impressive. Now she's coming up to bat. Number 14, Abby Jenkins, second base. Flash Jenkins. First pitch to her is a swing and a miss, strike one. Pitch was low on the inside. She looked like she was getting ready to golf. High foul ball back behind us. Strike two. She stepped out for a minute and she's back in. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. She is thrown out at first. That brings up Addison Steele. She gets her sign from third base coach Yatsina. And like I said, my iPad overheated, and so it has to regroup some electrolytes or something before I can start looking at the batting averages again. Swinging a foul ball straight back, strike one. There's a blooper going to fall between right there at second base, and Addison Steele is on first. So with one out, runner on first, we now have number 17, Neosha Henderson. She's been smacking that ball pretty good this year. Ball one. Or was that a strike? Scoreboard says strike. So we'll call it a strike. There's the ball's going to drop into right field. So Neosha Henderson's on first base, and Addison Steele's on second with one out. And that brings up Tyra Henderson, the top of the lineup. She scored a run her first time up after a single. There's strike one. So 2 runners on, 1 out. No balls, 1 strike. Hard foul ball over to the right side. No balls and 2 strikes on Tyra. She looks down at the pitcher. Pitcher looks down at her. Hard hit ball past second base. It's into right field, and they hold up Addison Steele. That right fielder, I don't know if it's the right field or center field, got over there to get it. They were on it in a hurry. So, base hit for Tyra Henderson. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. She had a double her first time up. So with the bases loaded, and this time they actually are loaded, I'm not just saying they are. With one out, Kelsey Flaster up to bat. Ball one. Right to the first base, and Tyra Henderson was caught off the bag, so a double play for Wright City. So big opportunity squandered right there. So at the end of 1.5 innings, the score is still Elsberry 1, Wright City nothing.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, we are ready for the bottom of the second inning. That is the home half. That's Wright City's half. And leading off the second inning for Wright City will be number 12, Abby Vossen. She is the shortstop. She'll be followed by Abby Rains and Addison Fast. Addison Fast is the first base that just pulled off that double play a few seconds ago. Addison Steele is looking in. First pitch is a little low. Ball one. Second pitch hit right to Peyton Robinson. She fumbles a little bit, gets it over there, but not in time. And Abby Vossen is on first base. That brings up Abby Rains, center fielder, with no outs and a runner on first. The first pitch was ball one on Abby Rains. High fly ball in the middle, in the infield. Morgan Jones has it, and there is one out. Abby Vossen did not stray off the base. Brings up number 19, Addison Fast, first base. She's outside the box, gets her signal from the coach. Addison Steele looking in to get a play from the dugout. Hard hit ball into center field, and it is over the fence for a home run. Two-run home run for Addison Fast. And that makes the score with one out. That makes the score Wright City 2, Elsberry 1. So there's still just one out. Batter coming up is number 9, Alexis Donnelly, second base. Well, they're having to send somebody out there to get the ball. There's usually only about 2 or 3 of them running around. Most of the time there's some kids roaming around that are very happy to go get them. First pitch to Alexis Donnelly is a ball high and outside. Second pitch, she squared up the bunt, pulled it back, and ball 2. Foul ball over towards the first base side. Morgan Jones is over there, but couldn't get to it in time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Still just 1 out. Nobody on. Not after that base-clearing home run by Addison Fast. Ball 4. First walk tonight for Addison Steele. Brings up number 17, Anna Russell, designated player. First pitch is a strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Alexis Donnelly down on first with 1 out. 0-2 count on Anna Russell. Ball 1 high. Ball 2 high and outside. 2-2 is the count. 1 out. 1 runner on. Score is 2-1, Wright City. There was a foul tip. Hit the catcher and bounced back here to the fence. So it remains 2-2. And that pitch hit Anna Russell on the leg, so she was hit by the pitch. That's the second one tonight for Addison Steele. Brings up Ellie Rodriguez here in the second inning. And Coach Levi is out to talk to him. Number 7, Ellie Rodriguez, third base, coming up to bat here in the second inning. 2 runners on for Wright City. That would be Alexis Donnelly at second, Anna Russell at first. And we're going to have a pitching change. Addison Steele is going out into right field. Tyra Henderson, I'm sure, is going to third base. And Kylie Kinsler is going to come in and pitch. Kylie pitched an excellent game last night. She's an excellent pitcher to begin with, but she pitched an excellent game last night. Addison Steele just wasn't there tonight for her. I think she's She's a sophomore this year, so she's still young on this team. I think the potential is there. She's going to be an excellent pitcher. But right now, Wright City's threatening. They've already got 2 runs in this evening. Well, it is this evening. They've already got 2 runs in this inning, and they have 2 runners on with 1 out. And like I mentioned before, Ellie Rodriguez, she is up to bat now. She is the third base. So Kylie gets ready to pitch. All the infield's going back out into their normal positions. So just in case you're keeping closer track, we have Addison Steele out at right field now. Tyra Henderson took over third base, and Kylie Kinsler is now pitching. Kylie didn't like the ball she had in her hand. So Kylie Kinsler getting ready to pitch. Ellie Rodriguez getting ready to bat. She bunts and she hit the ball twice. Really wasn't sure what they were going to call that one. Guess they called it a foul ball, strike 1. Squares up to bunt again. Good bunt. Over to first. She is out. So second out of the game. Advances the runners to second and third. That brings up the top of the lineup Hannah Kendall, number 2. She's the left fielder, and she was hit by the pitch on the her first at bat in the first inning. Call strike on her. Wright City still threatening. They have runners in second and third with 2 outs. And there's a base hit over. There was a base hit over the shortstop, and 2 more runs are in. So that makes the score 4-1. Still got 2 outs, runner on first, and we have Tristan Head up to bat. She hits a little dribbler to third. Tyra over to Morgan, and she is out. So a 5-3 put out on Tristan Head. Let's see, make sure I score this correctly here. And so anyway, we are between innings. Let's get a commercial.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, back for the top of the third inning. Score is 4-1. Now, look at these times in the last 2 innings where they left 2 runners on in one inning and 3 runners on in this other inning. Those runners left on base, they can really come back and haunt you. But right now we have Kylie Kinsler up to bat. She was hit by the pitch her first time up. That's when she was playing third base. Now she's pitching. Don't know that that makes any difference in her batting or not. But here we go. Elsberry with a 3-run deficit in the top of the third inning. Right to second base. Hard hit ball, but right exactly to second base. Brings up number 19, Morgan Jones, with 1 out. There's a call strike. Jones struck out her first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout tonight for Morgan Jones, and with 2 outs, Mackenzie Gladney is up. There's a call, strike 1. Hard hit foul ball to the left side, and it is a foul ball, like I said. No balls, 2 strikes on Mackenzie Gladney. 2 outs here in the top of the third. If she can get anything going, Peyton Robinson is up next. Hard hit ball into center field. It drops in for a hit. So Mackenzie Gladney is on with a 2-out hit. That brings up Peyton Robinson. She was out. She got the 3rd out of the first inning. She hit it to the shortstop who threw over to first. And we have Lillian Smith in to run for Mackenzie Gladney. So with 1 runner on and 2 outs. Hits the ball to third base. She fields it cleanly. High throw over to first, and Lillian Smith's coming home, and she is safe. And Peyton Robinson is on to third. So that brings up Abby Jenkins. That makes the score 4-2. She hits the ball right to second base and over to first and out. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But Elsberry picks up a run. Going into the bottom of the 3rd inning, the score is now 4-2, Wright City over Elsberry.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, we are going into the bottom of the third inning. Score is 4-2, Wright City over Elsberry. And we're going to have number 3, Kylie J. Jarmuskiewicz. I'm going to have, she's the right fielder. She is going to be batting. She hit into a double play her first time up in the first inning. So, let's just see what happens here. Kylie's looking in for some instructions. First pitch. Hits it to third. Tyra comes up with it. Gets it over to first in time, and she is out at first. 5-3 put out. Brings up number 12, Abby Vossen. Vossen or Vossen? I'm not sure which one it is. She is a shortstop. She scored a run her first time up in the second inning. All right, Kylie Kinsler getting ready to pitch. Her first pitch into her is a strike called. Ball picked up knocked down by Kylie and not over there in time. She knocked it down but wasn't able to keep it in her glove. And so Abby Vossen is on with a hit. So with Abby Vossen on with a one-out hit and brings up Abby Raines. She hit out to first base her first time up in the second inning. Ball high. Ball too high. And it was a ball too high. Bottom of the third inning, 4-2 Wright City. Throw down to first. Vossen is back in time. We have three balls and no strikes on Abby Raines. Swing and a miss, strike one. Runner on first, one out. And that pitch was inside, and she walked. Brings up Addison fast. She had a home run her first time up, a two-run homer. Now she has two runners on base. Still just one out. We have Abby Raines and Abby Vossen on base. Foul ball. No balls, one strike. First runner out, and Peyton couldn't get the ball out of her glove in time to get it over to Jones on first. So we have runners at the corners. Brings up Alexis Donnelly. She walked her first time up in the second inning. So with 2 outs, runners at the corners. Throw over to first. That was Peyton Robinson, picked up that ground ball, threw it over to first, and she is out. 6-3 put out, and so no runs for Wright City.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, going to the top of the fourth inning, scores 4-2 Wright City over Elsberry. Brings up number 11, Addison Steele, who is now playing right field. She started off pitching tonight. She had a base hit her first time up in the second inning. Now batting again in the fourth. Ball hit back to the pitcher, toss over to first, and she is out. So with 1 out, we have number 17, Neosha Henderson, coming up. She got a base hit into right field her first time up. There's another hit into right field, and the right fielder's right there to get it. So 2 up and 2 down for Elsberry here in the fourth inning. Brings up Tyra Henderson. She's got 2 base hits. I'm sorry. Yeah, she has 2 base hits in this game. But she was caught at first on a double play. First pitch is ball 1. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Ball 3. If Tyra gets on, it brings up Kelsey Flaster. She hit into a double play her last time up. That's what caught Tyra on first. Foul tip back there, strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball hit lightly down to third base. Throws over to first, and she is in time. 5-3 putout, so 1-2-3 inning against Elsberry here in the 4th. Comes up with the bottom of the 4th now.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, here we are, a little more than halfway through the game, or just about halfway through the game, I guess, bottom of the 4th. And score is 4-2, Wright City over Elsberry. Elsberry's had a couple of opportunities that they've let get away from them. They had the bases loaded in the 2nd inning and couldn't bring them home. Kylie's first pitch is to Anna Russell. And that's a ball 1. There's a call, strike 1. Anna Russell was hit by the pitch her first time up. Foul tip, straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2 inside. And there's a little infield blooper to Morgan Jones at first base for the first out. Brings up Ellie Rodriguez, number 7, third base. She hit a sacrifice her first time up. She squared around to bunt, and ball 1. Ball 2 inside. Swing and a foul tip. Strike 1. Strike 2 called. Count is 2-2 on Ellie Rodriguez. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 4th inning. There's ball 3. Full count on Ellie Rodriguez. 3-2 with 1 out. Wright City ahead 4-2. Foul ball right over Morgan Jones' head. She just couldn't quite get to it. Remains 3-2. Morgan's playing her in just a little bit. So is Tyra. And they walked her. So a one-out walk to Rodriguez. Brings up Hannah Kendall. She was hit by the pitch her first time up and had a single her second time up. Kinsler getting ready to pitch. Ball gets away from Gladney, and she throws down to third. That ball got away from her, and she had no idea where that was. And Ellie Rodriguez ran on to third. So with one out, Wright City is threatening again. They have a runner on third base. 1 ball, no strikes on Hannah Kendall. A little defensive miscue there. Foul ball down to third baseline. Strike one. Here's the pitch. High fly ball into center, and Tiny is there, but Rodriguez scores. That's 2 outs, and that makes the score 5-2. So in the bottom of the fourth, Wright City has another run in. There's a call strike on Tristan Head. Elsberry needs to find a way to wake up their bats. High fly ball out into center again. Tiny is underneath it and has it. So at the end of 4 innings, Wright City put another run up, and they are leading the Elsberry Lady Indians by a score of 5-2.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
All right. Once again, here we go into the top of the 5th inning. And we're going to have Kelsey Flaster up to bat. Starting to think about running out of time a little bit. Like I said, they need to get those bats going. Just like they did the first 2 games in the tournament, the New Haven tournament, and then last night. The bats just haven't quite been there, but because unfortunately every time they got somebody out, they had 2 runners on in the first and bases loaded in the second and couldn't get any of them home. They did get 1 runner home, but they've gotten 2. Let's see who did score. Tyra Henderson scored, and Peyton Robinson scored. So Flaster up to bat. High fly ball. It's going to go out of play, I think. No, it didn't quite go out of play, but first base could not get to it. So a long, dramatic first strike. New Haven tournament saw a girl hit the fence over there like that. She ended up in the hospital. Ball one. Top of the fifth inning. Ball one, strike one. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hard hit ball out into center, and she is there. Good catch for the center fielder. Brings up Kylie Kinsler. She was hit by the pitch her first time up, and hit the ball right to second base in the third inning. Nice hard line drive, but second base didn't even have to move. First pitch is ball one. Hard hit ball out into right field, and Kylie Kinsler is on first with a single. Morgan Jones is up, and she has struck out twice this game. With 1 out, they need to get something going here. 5-2 lead for Wright City here in the top of the fifth. Throw down to first, and Kylie's back in there. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch, they call that a strike. She was squared up to bunt. So 1-1 on Morgan Jones. Two balls, 1 strike. Kinsler down on first, really wanting to take off. Ball 3. Catcher's quick down to first. Kylie needs to be pretty wary. Foul ball down to third base side. Fills the count at 3-2 with 1 out, and Kylie Kinsler on first. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's 3 strikeouts for Morgan Jones tonight. And that is also the second out. So now we have Mackenzie Gladney try to get something going. Hard hit ball past third base. Left fielder picks it up, and Kylie Kinsler has to stay at second. So with 2 outs, Peyton Robinson is up. She scored a run her last time up. And Lily Smith is going to come in. She's going to come in to run for Gladney. So Kinsler on second. Lillian Smith running on first. Peyton Robinson up to bat. Swing and a miss, strike one. And Kylie Kinsler stole third base, or actually went on to third base on that passed ball. So Elsberry now has runners at first and third, and the pitch count is 1-1 on Peyton Robinson. Hard hit ball to third base, throw to first, and she is out. So that is the third out in the fifth inning. And once again, Elsberry squandered base runners. You got to get those runners home if you want to win games like this. So anyway.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, here we go into the bottom of the fifth. 5-3, Wright City over Elsberry. And it brings up Kylie J. She hit into a double play her first time up and hit out from third to first. Ground ball her second time up. Here she is in the fifth. Kylie versus Kylie. Kylie Kinsler pitching, Kylie J batting. Ball one. Right out to Abby Jenkins, second base, and she has it. First out of the inning for Wright City. Brings up Abby Vossen. She had 2 base hits each time up. Well, 1 base hit each time up. She was up twice. Strike one called. Hit right to Peyton Robinson. Throw over to first, and she is out. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down brings up Abby Raines. She walked her last time up. Abby Raines is a center fielder. So with 2 outs, nobody on. Call strike 1. Little dribbler to third base. Over to first. Oh, and Morgan couldn't quite get it. Now she's throwing down to second. And she is out trying to extend that to second. So a base hit, or actually it was an error, but she was thrown out trying to extend that onto second base, and that is 3 up and 3 down. So we go into the top of the 6th inning, and the score is still 5-2. Wright City.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, top of the 6th inning. 5-2 Wildcats over the Lady Indians. We're going to have Abby Jenkins up to bat. She struck out her first time up and hit out to second base her second time up. Now she's coming up in the 6th inning. Every inning except one, I think, Elsberry's managed to get base runners on, but they just can't seem to get anything sustained going. They're leaving too many base runners on. There's right up the middle, and Abby's going to run that into second base. So a stand-up double for Abby Rodriguez to start off the 6th inning. Addison, okay, we have a pinch hitter now for Addison Steele. That's going to be number 18. That is Taylor Mooney. All right, she bats from the right side. It's her first time in this game. Foul tip, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. With nobody out, and Abby Jenkins, thinking basketball. Abby Jenkins on second base. There's ball 1. It was a little bit low. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. One ball, 2 strikes. Ball hit to third base, I'm sorry. Throw is over to first. They get Mooney, but she gets Jenkins over to third. So with 1 out, Neosha Henderson up to bat. She flew out to right field her last time up. There's a ball. I don't know if you call that inside or outside. It was behind her. Ball 2. Ball hit the shortstop. And the throw was to home. And Abby came in and scored to drop the ball, so she scored a run. Meanwhile, Neosha Henderson went on to second base. So still just one out. Top of the batting order, Tyra Henderson is up. Score is now 5-3. One run in the 6th inning for Elsberry. Tyra Henderson batting. She takes the first pitch as a ball, and Neosha Henderson is down on second base, wanting to get around. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 runner on second base. Score is 5-3. High fly ball into, it's gonna drop fair. And Neosha Henderson has to hold up at third. She just couldn't quite get home in time. But Tyra Henderson in with the double. Not in. Tyra Henderson on with the double. Brings up Kelsey Flaster with 1 out, runners on second and third. She flew out to center field her last time up. Tyra Henderson on second. Neosha Henderson on third. First ball is a ball. First pitch is a ball. All balls are balls. And she is hit by the pitch. And that loads the bases for Kylie Kinsler. And they are out to talk to the pitcher now. Try to get some strategy going for Wright City. In the meantime, Kelsey's kind of shaking off her elbow where she got hit by that pitch. And we have Kelsey Flaster on first, Tyra Henderson on second, Neosha Henderson on third with 1 out, and Kylie Kinsler up to bat. And I like seeing that smile on Kylie's face. All right, here's an excellent opportunity for the Lady Indians. They need to capitalize on this. And Kinsler steps out of the box. Perfect pitch in there for a call, strike one. Top of the 6th inning, 5-3 Wright City over Elsberry, but Elsberry has the bases loaded with 1 out. foul ball over onto the first base side. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. The ball is bobbled. 2-run score. Kelsey is on second, and Kylie is on first. That ties the score up at 5. Okay, still just 1 out. 2 runners on, and Morgan Jones is up to bat. She has struck out all 3 times tonight. Law of averages says she needs a hit. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. There's a strike. Call strike. The count is 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4, bases are loaded. Brings up Mackenzie Gladney. She is the catcher. Bases loaded. Score is tied 5-5. Top of the 6th inning. 1 out. Mackenzie Gladney up. Ball high. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. Score is tied 5-5. Kelsey Flaster down on third, she's representing the go-ahead run. 3 balls, no strikes on Mackenzie. Ball 4, walked in a run. That makes the score 6-5. That is a very precarious 1-run lead. This Wright City team is too good to just have a 1-run lead. And Wright City is changing pitchers now. Going to bring up Peyton Robinson. She'll be batter number 9 of this inning. Started off with Abby Jenkins. And they got her around. And they got Neosha Henderson and Tyra Henderson around. Kelsey Flaster came in to score with the walk. So now we're going to have, let's see, who do we have on the bases here? Bases are still loaded. Starting to cloud up a little bit. Looks like there may be some rain coming up someplace. Sun's still pretty bright behind me. Kind of wish the clouds would cover up a little bit. I can see my computer screen a little better. But here we are in the top of the 6th inning. 6-5. Elsberry has come back from a 5-2 deficit. They've come back, taking the lead here 6-5. Still just 1 out in the 6th inning. Bases are still loaded, and Peyton Robinson up to bat. So I guess we're going to have Morgan Jones. Let's see, Mackenzie Gladney's on first, Morgan Jones is on second, and Kylie Kinzer's on third. I think that's the way it's going to work out. So it looks like they're getting them ready to play. Once again, Gladney's on first. Jones is on second. Kinsler's on third. Peyton Robinson is batting. 1 out. Ball gets away, but everybody stays. It doesn't get far enough away for Kinsler to come in. Ball 1 on Robinson. Ball 2. Ball gets away from the catcher, and Kinsler is in to score. That's ball 3 on Robinson. Gladney's down to second, and Jones is on third. That makes the score 7-5. That's ball 4. That brings up Abby Jenkins. There's a call strike. Abby Jenkins started this whole thing earlier on. So we still have the bases loaded and 1 out. Ball 1. Ball 2. And Abby Jenkins gets hit by the pitch. And that brings in Jones. Makes the score 8-5. Taylor Mooney up to bat. Ball 1. Call strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mooney. She had a sacrifice hit earlier in this inning. Ball 2 was inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Base is still loaded, 1 out. Score is 8-5 now. There's strike 2, so we have a full count. 3-2 on Taylor Mooney. Still just 1 out and the base is loaded. Ball hit to shortstop, and everybody's safe. Let's see. They're saying Peyton Robinson hit Peyton Robinson. Let's see what happens here. And everybody's safe. All right, that makes it 9-5. I didn't think it hit her, but I wasn't sure. They're closer than I am out there. So Neosha Henderson up again for the second time this inning. Bases are still loaded. Neosha Henderson up to bat. Still just 1 out. 9-5 is the score. Ball 1. Big 6th inning here for Elsberry. There's a call, strike 1. High foul ball over into third base side, out of play. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still 1 out in the inning. Bases loaded. I think they've had 7 runs in this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes. And she had to duck out of the way on that. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Score is 9-5, still just 1 out. Robinson's on third. And call strike 3. So that's 2 outs. That brings up Tyra Henderson. That brings up Tyra Henderson for her, second time up this inning. Swing and a foul tip. Strike 1. Ball came skipping in, ball 1. Hard hit ball out into left field, but it's foul. That would have cleared the bases had that been about 10 feet to the right. One ball, 2 strikes. Long second strike there. 2 outs now. Base is still loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think she was brave letting that one go by. It was inside, but boy, it was close. Ball hit to shortstop. And She is thrown out at third. Abby Rodriguez was. So, some damage has been done. The score is now 9-5. Bases were left loaded. And so we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. With Wright City, instead of being up, they are down.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, we are back for the bottom of the 6th inning. Addison Fast is up. She has base hit. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, base hit and a home run in this game. And I was glad to see Elsberry's bats come back to life again in the 6th inning. Shame they left the bases loaded again. Just, it's really bad to squander all those base runners out there. This game is far from over. Wright City has shown they can score runs. So Elsberry's defense is going to have to. They're going to have to be on their toes. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ball one. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball hit to Peyton Robinson. She gets it quickly over to first base for the first out. 6-3 put out brings up Alexis Donnelly. She is a second base for Wright City. So with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody on for Wright City. First pitch is low, ball one. Swings around a bunt, pulled it back, but it was a call strike. Ball two, high. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 9-5 is the score. Elsberry over Wright City. Bottom of the 6th inning. There's a little blooper, and shortstop Peyton Robinson jumps in there and gets that. So that's 2 outs. Brings up number 17, Anna Russell. I think we're going to have a substitute. We're going to have a pinch hitter here. That's going to bring in Riley Seagraves, number 14. So with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, Wright City brings in Riley Seagraves to hit. Kylie Kinzer looks in, likes the pitch, and that was called a ball. Second pitch, getting ready. Foul ball behind us, strike one. Another foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Riley Seagraves. It's cooled off here a little bit in the last few minutes. Still don't have any long underwear on or anything, but it's cooled off a little bit. There's ball 2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. 9-5 is the score. Elsberry over Wright City in the bottom of the 6th inning. Foul tip behind us. Stays 2-2. High fly ball out into right field, and it drops in. So a 2-out base hit for Riley Seagraves. Brings up Hannah Kendall. No, actually, they're doing another pinch hitter. It's going to bring in Emma Wegerson. First pitch is right to Abby Jenkins, and she snags that right out of the air. 3rd out. So no runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on for Wright City in the bottom of the 6th. As we go into the top of the 7th inning, the score is 9-5 Elsberry.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Okay, we are back for the top of the 7th inning. I would sure like to see some insurance runs come on. 4 runs down is not enough, or 4 runs up is not enough. I mean, I hope it is, but in general, it's not. Tyra Henderson was the last batter up in that inning. So we're going to be starting off with Kelsey Flaster. She was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning and came around and scored. And pitching for Pitching for Wright City is going to be number 2, Hannah Kendall. All right, Kelsey Flaster facing a new pitcher. Make sure I said that right. Called strike 1 on Kelsey. Yeah, it's Hannah Kendall's new pitcher for Wright City. Right off the end of the bat, strike 2. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kelsey Flaster. Change up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost looked like a slow pitch. High fly ball out into center field, and the catch was made. Fantastic catch by the center fielder. Absolutely beautiful catch. That's center fielder. Let's see. Yeah, that's Abby Raines, center fielder. That was a showcase catch there. Meanwhile, Kylie Kinsler up to bat. There was a call strike. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Two balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. 3-1 on Kylie Kinsler. Ball is foul. Right down to third base line, but just foul. That fills the count at 3-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Ooh, call strike 3 on the inside corner. Kylie Kinsler caught looking. That's 2 outs. Brings up Morgan Jones. She hadn't touched the ball yet tonight. 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. So 2 outs in the top of the 7th. There's a call strike. Ball 1. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. Ball gets away. It was inside and low. Ball gets away. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Jones. Fly ball over to shortstop, and she has it. And that is the third out. So we go into the bottom of the seventh. Last chance here for Wright City. They've got to get 5 runs if they want to win this game. And they are quite capable of it, I'm sure. So we are going to the bottom of the seventh. All right. Elsberry players out on the field ready to play. See who they're bringing up next. It's going to be Hannah Kendall. Hannah Kendall, she's the one that just came in pitching. She pitched a pretty good inning there in the seventh. She's coming in to bat now. She hadn't batted since the 4th inning when she flew out to center field. She was hit by the pitch in the 1st inning. Had a single in the 2nd inning. So now she's stepping in. Kylie Kinsler looking into the dugout for some signs. Ball 1. She was hit by the pitch again. So, leadoff runner for Wright City gets on. Nobody out, 1 on. Tristan Head is up to bat. Ball 1. Nobody out, 1 runner on. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 7th. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And I didn't see the throw down there to first, but Hannah Kendall kind of holding her wrist a little bit. She seems to be okay now. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter. 3 balls, 1 strike. High fly ball infield. Peyton Robinson is there, has it for the first out. Put that on the wrong spot. All right, brings up Kylie J. I think that's who's. Yep, Kylie J, number 3. 1 out now, runner on first. There's a call, strike. Ball 1. 1-1 is the count. One runner on. Two balls, one strike. Ball hit to second base, and it gets through. Gets through to center field. Tiny picks it up and throws it in. So with one out, we have a runner on third and a runner on second. So still just one out. Abby Vossen up to bat. That was just under the glove of Abby Jenkins. High fly ball. Jenkins is under it and has it. Throws home and not in time. So a sacrifice fly. But that is two outs. And that was Hannah Kendall that came home to score. Makes the score 9-6. So Wright City still has a runner on second base. See what we're going to do here. Abby Raines is up to bat. But they're going to do some changing somewhere along the line. And the runner on second, Kylie J, is coming out, and number 11 is going in. That is Tristan Moore is going in to run. But Abby Raines is up to bat. Two outs. Score is 9-6. Foul tip, strike one. Butterfly going in front of me on the inside of the fence. You better watch out with these foul balls coming back. Ball one. Ball one, strike one, two outs. Runner on second. Score is 9-6. Bottom of the seventh. Foul ball is going to go out of play over on the right side. One ball and two strikes on Abby Raines. Kylie's got that smile on her face. It's not on there right now, but I saw it earlier. Oh, look at that line drive right to Tyra Henderson. Hard line drive right into her glove. That was the third out, and that is the end of the game. Final score is 9-6. So, like I said, final score of 9-6. And Elsberry pulls this one out. They are now 4-1 on the season. And Wright City look like they have a very good team. Elsberry couldn't really get their bats go. Well, they could get their bats going, but they really couldn't get their runners in. They left so many runners on base in this game, and that's not good. Those runners need to cross home plate. But finally, in the 6th inning, they got it together and started making some hits and was able to get those runs around. And they scored 7 runs there in the top of the 6th inning. And then some great defense a little later in the game, and they held Wright City back, who was they were threatening. They were wanting to get in there, but they weren't quite able to. So anyway, let's see. I think Tuesday night is our next game. It's going to be senior night at Elsberry against Bowling Green, and I'm going to get on there a little early. See, it's a 5 o'clock game. I would normally go on at about 4:45, but I'm going to go on about 4 o'clock, maybe a little after 4 o'clock, and I'm going to have a little talk with each one of the seniors and ask them a couple of questions and let them talk a little bit about what it's been like playing varsity these 4 years for Elsberry, and just give them a chance to talk a little bit. They 4 very good senior players there, and I know we normally do senior night during basketball season, but number 1, Morgan Jones doesn't play basketball, so I want to get her on here. And who knows, with everything going on, whether we're even going to have a basketball season or not. So anyway, join us Tuesday night from Elsberry when we take on the Bowling Green Bobcats, Lady Bobcats. And I'll have senior interviews for you and hopefully get out another win. But again, final tonight, 9-6 from Wright City. And so for the Indian Sports Network, this is Kenny Masterson saying goodbye from Wright City. See you Tuesday night.